Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. In the last episode we have invaded Egypt. We fought many battles, their military rushed me. I'm going to send my Eritrea army to go attack this zone, this objective, while we are besieging another objective. We took Troglodytes, what a great name. And we are besieging Thebais. We are besieging Thebais. Yes, so that's great. This is not an objective, but these two are, and this, oh, there's another one here. This is Memphis, of course it is. This is usually, oh yeah, that's right, no, this is not their capital. Wait, where do they have their capital right now if it's not in Memphis? Maybe because that got occupied? It's over here. I feel like it's not supposed to be over here, given how much culture Memphis has. Yeah. This really adds to legacy points all by itself, huh? Separate to, you know, the pyramids, the Sphinx, decadence, and legacy. Wow. They have a lot of really nice things there. That would be great to take over. Is this stack ready to go? They could use a little bit of recovery time, to be honest. There's a lot of food here to do that with, so I could. The Arabia Orientalis army is arriving in the zone, and they could actually kind of cut ahead because they're combat ready. So that's probably what I'll do to try to set up Memphis a bit faster. So we'll go claim Heliopolis in Egyptus. And that should be nice. Claim that for ourselves, set up a deeper plunge into the Egyptian territories. I don't know how much we're going for. I just know they have a lot of objectives. I want to reduce my age even more, you know, without relying on events that pop up only every so often, by the way. And there's just such valuable things to take over here by the Delta. Any further west becomes kind of worthless in comparison. This one could be really nice. Sirencia, of course. Yeah, right, I'm not surprised. But, you know, that's a long way from just everything in the Delta, which is equally, if not more valuable than that. I suppose the Egyptian army that we were fighting here was marching out to attack Coptos because it looks like we intercepted one. So that's interesting. We got a new population just next to that. Nothing that I would really change, though. This is fine by me. In fact, I might move some more things to food. Or culture, I think it's fine on food. Our culture decadence is doing alright. These numbers just keep ballooning, though. Boy, do they keep ballooning. There's new population south of that in Smargadus. Doesn't change very much. And south of that, we got a monument and a new population. We have 4 slots available in Eritrea, which is not the capital of Eritrea, which I always find so funny when that's the case. I will gladly, I think, go for... Ooh, this is tough. I think I'll go for the Orientation Tribune. I was going to go for the Gymnasium, but we could use a little more loyalty here, so I'll take the Orientation Tribune. I love seeing the roads go, like, inland and then to the coast like that. That's so good. Infrastructure added to the roads building. We finished a wheelmaker. Cool. Gymnasium finished on this island. This island needs some loyalty. It really could use some. It doesn't need conversion, but it does need loyalty. We could get loyalty from the worship place. The hospital would be nice, but I'm going to go for the worship place for the loyalty. Great temple's been moving around. I know we did the decision earlier for freedmen and more agriculture development. Get agriculture to level 2, which is still very low. We don't get that very often. Dorone had a land reclamation. Has 2 slots available. I could build the Potter's Workshop. That would be nice because we get a little bit of money from it because it's a tier 1 commerce building, but it produced pottery, which would improve 3 other nearby buildings. I love seeing those improvements, so I think I'll go for the Potter's Workshop. That sounds pretty nice. Everybody else is just on food. This is a negative location for money and decadence, interestingly. We got 1 population next to that in Pancha, opening up another slot. I can upgrade to a hospital to get more health, to encourage more growth. Sounds good to me. We got a slave in Himjar after the battle. We now have sufficient slaves. I'll go ahead and disassemble our slave market there. We have another slot. We'll have more shortly in due time. A crafter district seems simple and easy to make. We don't need anything else there, and that is slotless. Yes, sir. Now, heading further north, we got a new population. That doesn't change much. We got a new population. Wheelmaker's been finished in the Sinai. We have plenty of slots here. The basics are sort of looking better, like they're better covered than they were anyway. I could go for some culture now with the theater, or I could go for more basics. With 4 remaining slots, I think I'll go for the actual, like, food. Some food would be nice. Northeast of that, we built a charcoal pile. That's good. New population east of that. Wouldn't change it. Brickwork east of that has been built. We have a lot more infrastructure here now. I could place a monument for the culture, but also grant decadence. Sure, I keep skipping over stuff like that. Why not? Let's do it. And I'll move 1 person down to culture as well. East of there, we have a land expansion that's been finished. 2 slots here in Acadia. The only slotless thing available is a sacred estate. Could grant some culture and a loyalty bonus. Not really needed, but also not terrible. So I'll say yes. I'll go ahead and build this. Move 1 person from food to infrastructure. Next to that, in Susiano, we built a wheelmaker. A lot of infrastructure there. Looks good to me. Only 1 slot available. That's not a lot. I could build all kinds of things, actually. All kinds of things. I'll take the stone cutter. Get some culture. Get some infrastructure. We don't need more infrastructure, but I'll take 3 of these guys and just put them on food. The stone cutter will make up for that just fine. East of that, we got the sanitation. 3 slots available. This is interesting. We could use a lot more of each of the basics, really. The order, I think, doesn't matter a whole lot. I think I'll take the Shepherd House just for being more generally fully local. We got rid of the abandoned palace down here. That's right, we finished this province. That's nice. So this is now a province. So I split everything up a little bit better. West of that, we have a clay pit built in Characene. Only 1 slot available. Regional roads. Definitely, let's interconnect this because this big road network just keeps expanding. At the provincial capital in Uruk, what was it? Tar workshop next to that. Yeah, that's good. 1 slot available. I'm going to invest in some local sanitation here to help the population growth, which is already about to grow again, actually. And let's see, next to that we have a gymnasium and a new population. That's a good mixture of things. Ooh, speaking of good mixture of things, I'm gonna have to go with the preserved food store. When I see that, that's definitely caught my eye. Anywhere else? Nope, that's every idle region, nothing else. We have the 1 idle unit, but our other 4 armies are going in. We don't have a 5th army. I recently expanded the armies a little bit by like 2 units each. We're almost up to 50. You know, additionally, I'm going to recruit 10 heavy infantry. Since we got up to 12 regular infantry, I'm going to get up to 12 heavy infantry. Pad out those front lines a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'm going to give the same love to the flanks with the cavalry because those are more uniquely useful, I suppose. I could. It's not super necessary. I just thought because the heavy infantry is usually what would die, if anything. We'll see. You know, these armies will probably get bigger over time. They kind of have to. Although a lot of my army setup is weird with his cameleers, but now I'm making light cavalry and it's kind of strange. The heavy infantry for now. 10 heavy infantry, 2 to each stack, and that should be good. No navy yet. Once I can build heavy ships, I'll look at building a navy, even though they suggest you go quantity over quality because the front lines of those battles are so gigantic. I don't really see massive navies to contend with anyway. So might as well be quality at that point, right? I don't know, we'll see. I've never needed a navy up to this point anyway. I'm happy with that little bit of unit production that we're doing. My manpower is still just through the roof. I actually have to worry about how to spend it more than anything else. Maybe even taking events that convert it into gold is potentially a good thing, because then I could just throw the gold around. We're fighting over a plain. These are just the defenders, nothing special. There's no walls here. So we have skirmishers and urban militia. My range was so powerful that they just didn't stand a chance. And there you go. They're all gonna die. Easy peasy. I love the heavy infantry. I need them upgraded next. I definitely need to get these guys upgraded. It's nice having a front line of them. I remember when I couldn't afford all this. And now they just slaughter everything, man. They slaughter everything. And now we have a flanking kill, and that's everything dead. There's not even a need for a pursuit. There you go. Not that it would have mattered anyway. But we've conquered Egyptus of Egyptus Major, which was not an objective, but it sets up me conquering one of my other objectives. I have like 14 objectives. I haven't fully cared about conquering specifically objectives, but I have 14 objectives conquered, which each one of those does add another legacy point of income. So like they are important, but I haven't based all my strategic goals on those. Our siege here inflicted the casualties, or some casualties, and breached the walls. Quick siege. We will go ahead and mark this ready for an assault because, well, the walls are breached. Not an insane amount of penalties once you do breach the walls. These ones are still unbreached. This is the one that's not an objective, though, so that's unfortunate, I suppose. We took this over. These allocations work fine for while the place is in such devastation. We have upgraded our agriculture. So our agriculture modifier is now at 10% more food. The hopper quern, they themed it off of technology. We got a new freedman law, so that's nice. And we have a new progress token, so that's nice. I got all the heavy infantry moving out. That's like stagnated my metal income. Manpower is still really high, funny enough. We finished that Potter's Workshop. One building slot is still available. Now, what to use it on? We have so much food production here that we could benefit from the amphora quite well in terms of money. I'd really rather just get the granary, but I don't know. The options here are strange. I don't know if I could force the granary to pop up. It's chance-based. If I just build everything, then obviously the chances will be better. Growth here is already so slow. The brickwork is kind of meh for me because we're missing bonus infrastructure from stone, for example. Otherwise, I could go for that. The bridge behind it is probably better for me. You could also go for raw money. It's just like, that's the last thing that I want. I don't want that. So, pottery being here does benefit the amphora. So, I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, let's do an amphora. Sure. South of that, we've built the crafter district. One slot still available, and I can go for the land reclamation. I will gladly go for that. We're still disassembling a slave market there as well. South of that, we built a crafter district in Abdullah. Not sure what we want here. The tannery could be a source of money. We do have cattle that can help us produce leather for the region. I feel like that's so rare that I kind of want to make it, so I will. Well, it's rare that I make it anyway. Roads were finished in Asalia. That's good. Regional roads are good. Ooh, preserved food store. Give me that. Gotta go for that. Yes, please. Then we built a preserved food store up the coast. And what do we want here? A quarry could be nice. There are multiple buildings that can produce stone. It's interesting. You could have one or the other, or just flat out none of them, potentially, depending how you do it. They do tend to give health debuffs, however, which is something to, I suppose, be concerned of. I'm not sure what I want more here. It's not a capital. The loyalty's fine. I think what I really want is the gymnasium for the health. So I'm going to go for the gymnasium. Then up by the Nile here, we have built a preserved food store and gotten a population. That's a nice mixture of things. This is also not a capital. A physician's house would be nice. Also, I guess a charcoal pile would also be nice. A little bit of infrastructure would cost some money. Well, I'm building money elsewhere, so that would be neat. Sure, let's build a charcoal pile. You would need to import those. Probably why it costs so much money. And then back on the coast, the capital, Ace. We could build something. Only one slot available, though. It's questionable what I want here. The watchtower slotless, so that would be nice. This is also a provincial capital, which would be extra nice to have another garrison on for just one infrastructure. The preserved food store, among other things, would also be nice. I think I'll go for the preserved food store. Yeah, we'll do that. Wheel maker completed in the capital of the Sinai. I'll go for the smokehouse. We have some local cattle to support that. I'll put one guy down on culture instead of infrastructure, because we can easily manage that. Then we have disassembled the slave market in Judea, opening up a building slot. Palisade was built just next to that. We have several building slots available at Public Works. Sounds great to me. Wheelmaker built just next to that. A couple of options. Many of them not the most amazing. I'd love the preserved food store, but we're like missing other things as well. I'll take the preserved food store anyway. It is a provincial effort. New population in Saracena. Infrastructure added. At the capital there, a cotton spinning mill has been finished. New population in Palmyra. Looks good to me. Heading east to Mesopotamia, we have a new population. Opens up a new slot that we can use to build. The large farm would be great. It would make something else produce more because we would produce grain as a result. It is slotless. Let's go ahead and get the large farm. Courthouse has been finished next to that in a provincial capital. We could use loyalty in this provincial capital. Might I just say, a monument thus would be good. Sure, let's build a monument. It would also produce decadence, but hey. New population to the east. I don't think that changes much, no. Public Works was built just next to that. That's fine. A land expansion. I'm going to take that for sure. Land expansion. It's like the hardest thing there to build, but I want it. Am I missing anything? I am. We got one population in Asitania. One available slot to build on. This is a regional capital. I think I'll just go ahead and build the stables. Yeah, stable sounds nice to me. Militarize the capital a little bit. The preserved food store was built just next to that. Now we have 2 slots with which to utilize. I'm not sure what I want to utilize. Infrastructure's doing all right. Food and health could otherwise be improved, both of which are already doing pretty well, to be honest. A loyalty bonus wouldn't be terrible, and wine could be imported. That would give money. Cost a little bit of infrastructure. I think I'll take the tavern. Let's take the tavern. That would actually be nice, yeah. We got a slave just next to that in Manatee. I guess we could use a little bit more there. That is also a capital. That is a capital. We could build regional roads here. That would be amazing. Give me the roads, because we could expand up from here and go this way. That would be awesome. We built a wheelmaker and got an extra population just next to that in Saracena in the scorched desert, by the way. Loyalty, I think I might take a worship place then. We do have 2 slots. Yeah, sure. Next to that, we have the city walls. Growth could use some improvement here, so I'm going to go with the herbalist to get some health. It will be quick, easy to build. And then that's it in terms of idle buildings. We have 3 sieges going on, 2 stacks that are just going to rest and recover for now because they are slightly injured and could use some rest and recovery. I'm going to give the Antigonids 640 manpower, 2240 money for 54 metal, and the region of the Delta right here because this is where we're conquering anyway. It'll take 2 turns for this to go through. I think 96% is enough. Very min-maxed, otherwise I would need to give them like 800 manpower, which is the max I can do right now. I just want to spend the manpower because I'm not going to recruit any new units this turn so that I can safely go ahead and hit end turn, and you know, our metal income's gone down. I don't know if I'm building anything to fix that at all, so just give me some metal and that should hopefully be good. So we have a battle here in the rubbles of a city. Oh, it's literally the terrain is rubbles because I guess we've sieged it down that much. They have almost nothing here protecting, so it's not very interesting. Remember I said this map looked like rubble? It's not like rubble models. They are houses. They're just so tiny, it's funny. They're skirmishers. Nothing really stands a chance. That hoplite stood the most chance, but yeah, we won the battle. I don't think they can put up any more of a fight. Nope, we took that over nice and easy. Nice and easy. The Antigonids are just running all over the place. Last I checked, they had like 70 men just sitting on my capital for reasons that are lost on me. Did we just win a siege in the south too? Without a fight? Did one of them just surrender? Because I think I saw one less siege than I think should have been there. I don't know. Let's see. Mario's proposing a trade deal. What do you want? What do you want? You want to give me 400 metal and I give you Kosei, which I already bought from you, and give you 4 Eritrean archers. There's no way that's happening, Mario. I'm the buyer here. My truce with Medea ended. Yep, we did win that siege, in fact. I don't need mercenaries. Support science already? Why so quickly? Is it because I'm just stockpiling money now? I mean, alright, give me more agriculture methods. I wish that's all I want is food. That's all I want. Yeah, there it is. We took that over. So, let's see. A progress, yes, an objective was, this is my first of the 4 objectives here that I've taken over. I now have 15 controlled objectives. I don't like the objectives because, like, if they go away before you get to them, then you can never get them. If you take something over before you get an objective for it, then you'll never get this bonus for that. It's annoying. There's a lot of things that you have no control over in this game, like the objectives, like the need for slaves, sort of, and the taking of slaves. You can't really control that exactly either, nor can you control what kind of government you have exactly either. So that's the most annoying part of this game. If I could pick out anything that really bothered me in this game, it's just the fact that you have no control over fucking anything about your government, and you're more just trying to survive what's happening to your government than trying to make a government capable of surviving. We've conquered Thebais, whatever. It's a provincial capital. Alright, wow, that's a lot of dudes on infrastructure. Let's put a whole, oh my god, why was it like that? We gotta try to even this out to the best of our ability. What about, like, oh god, 1 guy? No, it's not enough. Oh dear. Well, this doesn't look good to me at all. This really doesn't look good. We do have some extra infrastructure here, so maybe making that kind of even would be good. We need to get this unit off of here, realistically, is what we need to do. Do you have anybody that's, like, injured or worse off? Nah, you're all pretty good looking. None of you seem any less well off than anybody else. In that case, you are going to go immediately out of here and attack Acanthus, Memphis, basically, which is another one of our objectives. What about you guys? Are you all fully recovered? You look fully recovered. I wish there was some easier way to see, like, instead of, like, scrolling through and having to tell if each shade of green is exactly the shade of green that I'm looking for. It would be nice. So both of these do look good to me, in which case one of them is going to go after Tanis and the other is going to go after Thorentus. Go just westwards in a line, pretty much. This one right here does need some recovery time. This is a scorched desert, so I can't attack into it anyway. We're just going to go westwards and chill out there in preparation to claim some more stuff to get some more score. Yeah, we'll have to wait for the scorched desert to pass, but that gives me time to recover. And Egyptus Superior is a formed province, which should help. So we could take these guys off money, put them on infrastructure, move guy from food to infrastructure, please, just so that it's even. I could build something. I don't know what I'd want to build in this conquered region. I guess a preserved food store wouldn't be terrible. There's other things that could be useful, but I love getting those now that my armies are getting so large. And yeah, we conquered that. This is as set up as I can get it. Received 1 slave here. We have enough slaves there. Let's go ahead and dismantle the slave market. Wow, this is not like the most amazing. Put some dudes on culture. See, this is dangerous. This is actually dangerous to move off of because it's got a revolt risk. It has a revolt risk, and that's not the best. This could improve with time. Yeah, look at this. Infuriated slavers. That might be my fault. But just conquered, among other things, could be a problem and could generate that kind of thing. Let's put up a palisade. I am tempted to just stay still with this unit. There's enough food here to make this one survive. So I might just stay still. Just to defend that for a few turns until the just conquered goes away. We get 40 extra loyalty. The problem will solve itself. That's my idea. I think it's a good idea. Next to that, we got a new population. Don't think I'd change anything here. Wealthy citizen added infrastructure. Why? Oh, because of loyalty. That makes sense. New population on the capital next to that. We finished the shepherd house next to that, and everything looks okay to me here. 3 slots are available. I wonder what I should get. The crafter district would be easy money, I suppose. I'll go ahead and get that. It is slotless. New population added next to that, automatically on food. Looks okay enough to me. Given the lack of infrastructure in this region, I think actually I'll just add you to infrastructure. This region, I don't really have enough on infrastructure for everything that I'm building. Let's move another citizen down just everywhere. Shift a little bit over to infrastructure. That helps a little bit. It definitely could have used some work. Public works built next to there. 4 out of 8. In Nabatea, well, we really need food. The salt house or the hemp field could inefficiently work for both. Growth in 1 turn anyway. I suppose we'll build the hemp field. It's quick and easy. Some immediate food would be nice. Up the coast, we built a furnace, which is good given my increased usage of metal. We have 1 slot available here. I could put it to a number of things. Wood cutting is always useful, and I tend to skip over it. Or a coastal market catches my eye the most. I'm going to go for the wood cutting, because again, I do tend to skip over it. An extra population was added next to that, opening up a building slot. Let's get some clear water there for some extra food. I'll move 1 person down to infrastructure. We could use it, if you ask me. Nearby there, Saracena, we've built some city walls. We have 3 building slots available. I could use a number of things, especially a cult site. So give me a cult site. We need some conversion here for sure. And some cultural buildings in general. Stables built next to that looks good to me. The barracks there would be great. That's on the capital. Yeah, let's go ahead and build the barracks. I think that's a good idea. Next to there, we have a new population. Doesn't change very much. On the coast, we've built a stables on the capital. Looks good to me. Population was grown. South of that, I could upgrade to the pleasure mansion, but I don't really need it. The preserved food store looks better to me. Yeah, let's get the preserved food store. The M4 was built next to that, so that's good. Nothing special here. We have an extra population. We still haven't upgraded any of these treasuries beyond grand. Let's use this new building slot we've acquired, but on what? I think the fishery would be nice. Some food, potentially money in the future. That sounds good to me. Yes, I will take that. And then down south of that, we built a worship place out on this island. I could upgrade the walls. We could get a stadium. These would take forever to build, both of them. Let's go for the stadium, get some health. It's a very long build. New population. That looks good to me. I'm going to put him on... I'll put both of these guys on infrastructure, honestly. We could use it. This is a very weird setup. I know I'm building the noble district, but I'm tempted to change this out for, like, the brickwork. Even inefficient. It would kind of be nice. We either need, like, that or we need some conversion. Something. Because our infrastructure is very inefficient. And I question why I'm even building this at this point. Loyalty, I don't need that. So I'm gonna swap this over. We're gonna get the brickwork. Inefficient or not, I could kind of use it. West of that, we have the Orientation Tribune that's built. Looks good to me. And now I can upgrade either a wall or a courthouse. I'll take the wall, given that this is on the border. And just like that, we are out of time for this episode. So I'm gonna end this one here. For now, though, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.